everyone, this is me, Hack, and in this video, we are going to start a series called Game of Active Directory or GOAD or GOAT for short. So basically, it's a big Active Directory network which you need to run on your own machine or a server. Basically, it's like a big home lab which is vulnerable and you have to hack it. So this is the GitHub page, and it's like fairly easy to download, to be honest. I won't be covering the detailed steps on how to download it because I mean it's fairly basic and there's like a lot of like content out there. So yeah, like you can either watch some YouTube videos or even you can follow the official lab guide, which is really good. So you can click on installation and you can choose whichever way you want to install. Like I have like an extra machine or extra like um PC, right? And basically what I did was I installed like Ludus. And if you don't know what Ludus is, I mean it's a fantastic software. It's basically um made on top of like Proxmox, and it will basically like it's basically like a cyber security or hackers version of like Proxmox. You can deploy like a lot of like cyber security or cyber ranges per se. So like Ludus is like fairly easy to install. Like you have to basically download a Debian 11 image, and you can just follow the official documentation, to be honest. I'll just go through them like at a brief level, but uh at a higher level, but I won't actually showing the steps to download it. So basically like go to the official documentation, you have to download Debian 12, the ISO from here. Then you have to log in, right? Make sure to like select SSH server. Then you have to run this specific script, and yeah, like bada boom, bada bing, and your server should be ready, right? The next thing which you have to do is click here, environment guides, and search for GOAD, Game of Active Directory. Now, like once your like Ludus is like set up successfully, like you have to git clone the specific directory, cd Ludus templates, and you have to make this these templates, right? And then you have to download the Code GitHub, the one which we saw here. You have to download them and cd in it. Make sure to follow the commands. And the one more thing which you need to be very careful about is like when you install Ludus, like you will get a certain API key, and you need to note it down somewhere. So, so yeah, like once you have the API key, you have to export it and run like go.sh, and you have to select Goat. Like, so there's like bunch of like flavors, right? Goat Lite is for machines, or like if you don't have a lot of resources, so it will basically run maybe 3 machines or something. Goat currently like in this whole YouTube series, we will be running the full Goat. Other than like Exchange server, we will be running everything. Then you can click on type install, and yeah, it should be good to go. If you want to use VM, that's fine. It's up to you. You can also use WireGuard to access it through like other PC. So what I did was like there's a command called let me show you here. So in like on your like Ludus machine, you have to do like Ludus users WireGuard and your user ID. And it will create a VPN config file and you can use it through WireGuard. So yeah, this is it for the quick introduction. And yeah, so this is the lab which we are going to cover, the full lab. We also have also installed like Bazoo and Elk in it. So this is the full lab, everything in it. Uh, we have like Bazoo and Elk. We don't have Exchange server. Like I really wanted to actually add Exchange server, but my current machine only has like 40 gigabytes of RAM. By the way, like one more thing, like you need to have a lot of resources, like have like at least 40 gigs of RAM if you want to run the full code server, and if you want also want to run like Elk and Bazoo on it. So yeah, this is it. Now we will go back and jump into the hacking part, which is more fun, right? In this video, we will start with a very basic thing. Like we will basically cover initial enumeration and initial foothold step. So this is the our lab IP range, and I ran a basic Nmap scan, Nmap minus SC, which is for default script, SV for versioning, and output all formats. And this is the IP of my range. Let me zoom in a bit. This should be good now. So up here we have different ports, right? This is 10.4.10.10, which is our domain controller one. And how can I say it's a domain controller? Because it has like certain ports which are often found on a domain controller, like port 88, which is Kerberos, which is often found on a domain controller. We can see like it has like different ports like port 80, port 88, 135 for RPC, 139, 389 which is for LDAP, 445 for SMB, etc. And we can also see the domain which is 7kingdoms.local. And now we will scroll down, and then there's another host on dot 11 uh, IP. And this one again is a domain controller, and it's a domain controller 2. Why? Because it has like ports which is often found on a domain controller. Port 88, 135, kind of similar to the first one, which is dot 10. And this has a different DNS name called Winterfell dot north dot 7kingdoms dot local. We can scroll down. Then there's another host called 10.4.10.12. Again, a domain controller, and this is a domain controller 3. And by seeing the domain name and the DNS name, which is esource.local and marine.esource.local, seems like there is some kind of a forest related thingy in this lab, right? Seems like and this could be a different entity which is part of like the other network. And again, this has like similar ports 53, 88, 135, 139, etc. Uh, from here, we can see another host, which seems like some kind of a workstation, or could be a different like server. I don't know, but it's definitely not a domain controller because it has like port 80, 135, 139, 445, and MSSQL. So we can try like some kind of an MSSQL attack, maybe XP command thingy, right? And we can try to execute our own command on the server, and maybe maybe we can escalate our privileges further on. And then we have like another IP.23, which is again could be some kind of a workstation or some kind of a server. And this specific instance is like connected to 7kingdoms.local, and this is part of a different domain called esource.local. Again, similar ports, right? Nothing too crazy about. And then we have like few other hosts. We won't actually explore them because it's like dot 50 and 51. Dot 50 is part of elk, so we are also using elk and wazoo for detection, right? So this is for our EDR. So we won't go into it, but yeah. Now, what we would do is we would try to perform some kind of an enumeration. So we can run like enum for Linux and do something like this. And we can try for .10 one. And then we can move on to like other domains too. And so the scan has finished and we don't see anything useful up here. It's yeah, it's we don't have the permissions necessary to enumerate the .10 host. Let's see for like .11 one. And for like .10 one seems like we have some permissions and we are able to dump the users available on this machine. We also got a password from the description. We can probably note that down. We got password for Samuel Tale or Tali, I don't know, and we also have the usernames. So we can try like different tags from here. We can either enumerate the specific user or we can save this user in a word list. And we can try attacks like ASREP roasting, etc. We can even try like Kerberoasting. Next, we have like different built-in groups. We can ignore that. Maybe we can move on later. We can see different usernames up here. Nice. We will scroll down now. We will basically make a word list. And right now I have a word list. So let me cd into code. We have a word list 10.4. So this is our user word list. Now we can use some tool to perform something like ASREP roasting. And for that, we will go back and see my notes. So notes.hack101.com. Up here, we should have something for Active Directory here. So we can copy this thingy and now perform ASREP roasting. So let me copy paste it here. And then we will change the IP to 10.4.10.11. And then we will change the word list, which is 10.4.10.11. And the domain name is also different. It's like 7kingdoms.local, 7kingdoms.local. Let's see. Mm, KDC error reserved for future use. Huh. This is interesting, mate. Let's see if I have copied the wrong domain name or something. I don't know. I don't know, ma'am. Let me scroll up, mate. This should be the domain name. Let me try again. Domain should be specified. I did that. I get KDC error, wrong realm. I get session error. I was able to I was able to figure out my mistake for KDC error, wrong realm. So the main problem was the domain name itself. It should be like north.7kingdoms.local. And yeah, basically we have performed ASREP roasting. It's a kind of an active directory attack. In like very layman's term, like you can basically extract credential of an user in an unauthenticated way, right? It's like often found on CTFs. I haven't actually seen ASREP roasting in an actual engagement, but yeah, it's a good thing and it's a good attack vector to be honest. So we have credentials for a user called Brandon.stack, so we'll make note of it. Maybe we can try cracking the password. The next attack which we can try is like we have a user like from like if we remember we got credentials for a user called which I forgot. Shit. We got credentials for a user called like Samuel Tale, like the password up here. So we will like perform some kind of an enumeration, see like what we can actually access through it. So let me just go back to my notes real quick and copy the commands. Oh, I don't have the commands. So yeah, like let me log in or like let me do this like nxc net like exec smb. I initially did this with like crack map exec, but let's do it smb. The IP 10.4.10.11 and the user is I don't know let me paste the password real quick and copy the username. Ta-da. Now let me go back and we should have the username. And yeah, we can indeed access it, but let's see what exactly we can access. Shares. So we have like a read permission on IPC, NetLogan, and Sysvol. A lot of times like you're going to find some kind of a credential in this specific share. Even like during a real engagement, I found some credentials in SMB share. And I mean it's kind of like a story time. So uh like I was basically hired to do a pen test for a company, right? And basically, they had an SMB share, and like I know it will sound CTFE, but they had a clear text password in a backup SMB share. Basically, they were like basically taking backups of a database, and in that database was like in a clear text format or in a format which we can easily read, and it was not encrypted at all. So basically, I was able to download or grab that file and I was able to extract a password from it. And once I was able to extract password, like I was basically able to get DA during that engagement. I mean, that's crazy, right? I mean, even during like real life engagements, like you should go through like each and every file on an SMB share. Could be valuable. Now, enough of me yapping. We will go back and enumerate SMB client and let's see 10.4.10.11. Let's start with sysvol and we will go for the user Sam will tally, I don't know. Let me copy the password for it, which is Hearts Bane, and we are in, boys. So let's cd into this directory, ls again. Let's start by exploring script directory first. ls, and we have like two different scripts. You can get like some kind of a password from it, mget, which will basically download each and every file. We can exit and let's see the script. So we will start with like script.ps1, and seems like we have credential for a user called Gior Mormont, and we have the credential for it. We can like validate this credential later on, and we have uh, this another file called secrets.ps1, and if we read this file like it's basically like encrypting some kind of a password or something, right? And I mean we can try to decrypt it. I have a script up here. So basically I have used ChatGPT for this, but yeah, but I do have a script which would give me the clear text password. Control Shift C V. And so basically this is our script and wait, permission and not confined but should be. You need to continue to avoid permissions. Please make sure and start it. Huh. A lot of hard work. I was able to fix this. Now let me copy the script again. Let me go back. Exit out of this. Control Shift V. And yeah, I have copied the password too. Basically so like I was able to decrypt it. This is the script which I have used. Um and yeah, like maybe I can drop the explanation in comments or like in description. But yeah, I have indeed used ChatGPT to decrypt it. So, but yeah, we have like the password or something. We don't know the username yet. So yeah, let's see what else we can do. So if we go back, we also got the password for a user called Geo Moment. So let's see what we can do as that user. Mhm, mhm. We will try to perform Kerberoasting attack using that user's credential. So let's see. We're going to perform Kerberoast attack. This is the user which we got from script.ps1 file. This is the credential of it, and we will print the output up here only. And cc cache file is not found. Curb ARP error skew clock skew is too great. So we need to fix this thingy, right? So let's see what else we can do now. Uh-huh. I mean, the thing which worked for me related to this error would be what I would do is like I would do nmap 10.10.4.10.11 and I will do service scan scsv and I will try to get the time of the domain controller. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are like much better ways to actually figure it out, but man, I'm so stupid. I hope my audio is clear. Oh, I hope my audio would be clear. And we should have the time now. So let's see. Server time. We got the server time. So I would copy that. Next, what I would do is like I would set the date. So I would use like sudo date minus u minus s. So sudo date minus u minus s. And I would paste the time. By the way, like let me know if there's a better way to get the time of the domain controller. And we were able to perform Kerberoasting attack like successfully. Now what I would do is I would copy the whole thingy and we would paste that in. We would try to crack it, right? And if we go back um up here in my notes, so we can use like hashcat minus m 13,100 or 13100 to crack it, but I'm on a Mac, and for some reason hashcat won't run on it. So I would use John the Ripper. Let me copy this. Yep. Control Shift C. Nano initial curve hash YT, and I would paste it in here and Control X Y. Now I would do John dash dash word list equals to user share word list rock.txt, and which is initial no password hashes were loaded. Huh. Oh, I have this in a wrong way, mate. No worries. I should have the hashes somewhere else too. Mm, curve hash. Yeah, this one. Get should be. We have the same hash in a different file now. So I will go back to John again and let's see. curb curb hash this. Now it will take like few minutes and we would have a password for a user. So we got a password since like I have already done this. Let me do show option invalid. Let's see. Let me try again. Do I need to remove the word listing? Yep. So this is the password for a user. We still don't know like which account it belongs to. I mean, if you guys can use like hashcat, that would be great. But I was able to um get the password. We don't know the username right now. But so next what I did was I copied the password and then I went and something like then I used like password string basically NXE 10.4 dot 10.11 and 10.users.txt and I have the password. So let me paste it in. Uh, hmm, Let me try this. I don't see any output, man. Let me try crack my exec. My exec. I think like the U should be in capital letters. Oh, I got why it's not working. Oh no. Hmm, what the heck, man? Let me do help. Username or file containing usernames. I did that. Can I ping the IP? The 10.11. I can't ping the IP. Am I entering the wrong IP now? Oh, I think, yeah, I think there's a problem with the lab right now. Let me go and fix that real quick, mate. So basically, I was able to figure out the problem, right? So for some reason, my VPN lost the connection. It took me about an hour to fix it. But now we are back again with a lot of excitement, and we will start an attack again. You can see me like me running a lot of commands. So this is where we were stuck, right? So we will run this command again. And so if we remember, like I know nothing belongs to so basically we got this credential from Kerberoasting and it belongs to a user called John.Snow. Now what we will do now from here, that's a good question to be honest. We can explore like can John.Snow can access other services. So can we do we have permission for WinRM or not? So let's try that. Looks like we don't have that. We can also try a different tool which is much better, which is NetSec exec. Yeah, looks like we can't really access WinRM. Can we do RDP? We can indeed do an RDP as a specific user, but right now there's like much more to actually enumerate. Let me just see my notes right now. Nope, we are done now. So basically, we can now use Remina to log in as Jon Snow. So this was the whole video for initial access. Let me just log in. So basically, this whole video was. So now we can get our initiate foothold. So we were able to retrieve the credential for a user called Jon Snow through Kerberoasting, and then we found out that we have permissions to basically use this credential to do an RDP, and we were able to RDP into this instance. And we can now spin up CMD and do who am I, and yeah, we are like John.Snow. We got our very first foothold. Um, yeah, this is the whole video. Like in the next video, we will cover how we can escalate our privileges from here. I don't want to keep this video a very long series, like 10 or 20 videos. No. My next video would like cover a privilege escalation attack, how we can escalate from it, and maybe like how we can take over a single domain controller. We will do something like that. So I hope you guys liked it, and hopefully this time my audio was much clearer. Like I have, I'm like recording through my AirPods right now, so I hope the quality would be decent or better from the last time. So yeah, thanks for tuning in and have a great day.